Sure, neglect or abandonment will break a dog's trust in their owner, but there are less obvious behaviors that can do just as much damage. Here's how to avoid 8 simple yet crucial mistakes that could leave a permanent mark on your dog's heart. One of them is not standing up for your dog, even if it seems they're doing just fine. Dogs, much like us, have their social circles. Sure, they're pack animals by nature, but not every pup dreams of being the life of the party. Some might even have a no-go list that includes mysterious strangers or overly enthusiastic children. These fears can turn a peaceful park outing into a tense standoff real quick. As their number one human, it's your job to step up. Being a great dog advocate means reading the room or the park and knowing when to say thanks but no thanks on their behalf. If every time you went out, someone insisted you hug that one cousin you just don't gel with, that would be annoying, right? Well, why would it be different for your pooch? Not every dog they sniff is going to be their BFF, and that's okay. They have their preferences, and yes, they can be quite territorial. Another thing you just got to avoid is forcing your pup into stress. Is it the dreaded vacuum cleaner that howls like a banshee? Or the infamous vet's office that smells of doom? Doesn't matter. Nudging your nervous pooch into these encounters can erode their trust in you. Think of a surprise dentist visit. That's how your dog feels about being pushed into scary spots, even if you mean well. The sad thing is, dogs can't read your intentions or understand that it's for their own good. Take nail trimming, for example. Sure, those claws need clipping to keep your pup prancing pain-free and keep arthritis at a very distant bay. But if the mere sight of the nail clippers sends your dog into a tailspin, forcing the issue can make them see you as the bad guy. Instead of a showdown, why not take it slow? Gradually introduce the clippers while doling out your doggo's snacks whenever they react calmly. The same goes for every situation, really. Never too little patience. If your dog hates the car but loves the park, start by just sitting in the parked car with them. Then, as they relax, take short trips around the block before heading to fun destinations. This builds positive associations one small step at a time, keeping the trust tank full. Are you taking their things away while they are watching? Swiping that slobbery old tennis ball from your dog might not seem like a big deal to you, but to them, it's as if you've just plundered their private treasure chest. Dogs often stash their possessions like undercover agents hiding top-secret files, tucked under blankets or buried deep in their beds. So when you casually confiscate their beloved bone or favorite squeaky toy, it could seriously dent their trust in you. Regularly taking items away can lead to a doggy dilemma known as resource guarding, where your pooch might start growling or snapping to protect what's theirs. It doesn't matter that you're on an innocent quest of toy rotation. So here's a tip. Whisk away toys when your dog is distracted, perhaps during a walk or while they're gobbling up their dinner. Out of sight, out of mind, right? Dogs, with their bustling brains, tend to forget about an old toy if it's gone for a week or two. This break makes the toy's reappearance feel like a brand new thrill, or swap it with another toy that's been in play, ensuring there's always something new to pique their interest. This not only keeps their toy chest fresh, but also helps prevent any onset of resource guarding since no single toy becomes too precious. It seems counterintuitive, but sometimes the way we show affection can cause serious anxiety in our pups. Dogs have their own unique hellos. Nose sniffs, tail wags, and play bows abound, but hugs? Not in the doggy dictionary. When dogs place a paw over another dog's shoulder, it's called standing over, and it's all about asserting dominance. So when you swoop in for a big bear hug, your pooch might be getting mixed signals. Are you being affectionate or assertive? While some dogs might not mind, others could see it as a power play. Picking up your dog is another area where good intentions can stir up anxiety. It's generally fine to lift your buddy for a snuggle, but turning them upside down or holding them in a way that feels unstable can skyrocket their stress levels. Keeping those paws down is like keeping their world right side up. This makes sense if you consider that unlike humans who walk upright and face the world head-on, dogs consider their underside a prime spot for protection. so turning them belly up against their will can really rattle their sense of security. And so does not respecting your dog's genetic blueprint. It's easy to dream that your pup will naturally mesh with your personality and adapt to your lifestyle. While it's true that dogs often aim to please and might join you for a hike or on the couch, their breed-specific traits are hardwired and non-negotiable. For example, expecting a sprightly Jack Russell Terrier to be a placid lapdog can lead to disappointment. Or take greyhounds who, despite their speed demon reputation, are actually professional-grade couch potatoes. On the other paw, hoping that a shy Chihuahua will love big, noisy family gatherings can stress both of you out. So just as we appreciate when our quirks are embraced, our dogs expect us to accept and cater to their inborn characteristics, from the boundless energy of a spaniel to the stoic dignity of a Great Dane. The next big mistake many dog owners make is squashing a dog's spirit. Sometimes, in our quest to be the best pet parents, we can slip into thinking of our dogs as furry little humans, but a dog is a dog, and that's part of their charm. When we scold them for doggy deeds like investigating another dog's poop or for turning the garden into an archaeological dig, we're stifling their very essence. Dogs explore the world nose first and paws on, and these behaviors are as natural to them as texting is to us. Imagine if someone frowned every time you checked your phone. Instead of wagging a finger at every dirt fling, consider setting aside a special spot where digging is allowed, or take a moment on your walks to let them sniff to their heart's content. Keeping the leash on your temper and the corrections to a minimum can make for a more trusting and less anxious pet. After all, everyone needs a little freedom to be themselves, even your dog. And never is it more important than during your dog's dinner. Mealtime for dogs is a personal affair that's best enjoyed undisturbed. Your dog will not find it amusing if their food suddenly starts playing disappearing acts. If you make a habit of checking or taking away their bowl while they're eating, don't be surprised if they start eyeing you suspiciously every time you approach during dinner. To keep the peace, let your pup dig into their dinner without interference. After all, a happy dog is one that doesn't have to guard their grub. Even if you have a good reason to interrupt their dinner, think twice. Some boundaries are best left respected. And what about having fun together? The internet loves a goofy dog video, but there's a fine line between funny and frustrating for your four-legged friend. Barking at a dog as you stroll by, waving at a pup who's already agitated behind a window. These pranks might seem harmless to some, but they can really ruffle your dog's fur. Over time, this kind of teasing can chip away at the trust and bond you've built with your pooch. A dog's not just a source of entertainment, they're a family member, so their comfort and happiness should come before a quick laugh. I don't know about you, but all this talk of broken trust is making me want to give my dog a big cozy hug. Only if they're into that, of course. Trust, like a chewed-up toy, can be mended. At the end of the day, we adore our dogs, and they sure seem to love us back. Ever wonder what your dog would ask for if they could send you on a shopping spree? Well, you might be surprised to find that some of the best doggy delights are already hiding in your home. Check out this video for 6 common household items that can make your dog's life way better.